Hey everybody, welcome to Goose Adventures. I am so honking glad that you're here. So I am taking you on another adventure today. This time we are headed to England, one of my favorite spots in the entire world. We are there for coronation. So a lot of you requested that I post some of the footage here, so I thought that's an excellent idea. So we're taking a step back in time. It would have been May of 2023 that we got the opportunity to go to coronation. So, of course, here we're walking all around Buckingham, and I thought you might like to see this. This was, I believe, about 2 days before the coronation. We just had the best time. So let's just talk about it. Let's talk about what all was happening, how much we enjoyed England. I have the Gosling coming on to tell you her favorite part. As usual, there are people everywhere, especially for coronation, as you can see. So I try not to put my camera in their face. That's why some of these camera angles are kind of different. Go with me on this, but I'm just so excited to be here and take you on this journey. So as most of you know, some of you may not if you're new here, I have another channel. It's called Real Housewives Recaps, where I talk about royal family, Harry and Meghan drama, all that stuff. And so, I got the opportunity to go again to coronation, and I just had the most wonderful trip. I took my husband, my daughter, and my mom along with me, and we just had the best time. I got to see so many cool things, including the king. We got waved to by King Charles, like within hours of being at London. We hit the ground running, not to quote the two idiots here in Meghan, but we did. We hit the ground running, and I started filming, and all of a sudden the king was there. It was so cool. But here you can see Buckingham Palace buzzing with excitement. I just can't explain to you. I'll never forget. And that's why we took the Gosling, is for the history, just to be around the excitement and to celebrate, the crowning of the king, and to remember my favorite, Queen Elizabeth, who I love so much, and just be around this and to be able to, again, experience it. It's just something that I will always treasure and never forget. The Gosling school was really cool about it because of the history. It actually counted as school for her, which is just so cool to be able to say she was there for the crowning of the king. I think that's such a cool thing to be able to take with her, and she was so excited to share it with other kids. She'll share it with you here in a little bit. But here we are again, Buckingham, and look how beautiful. I'm just always blown away by the beauty of this place. I just love London. It's maybe my favorite city in the whole world. I just love the opportunity to go. I'm blown away by the beauty, and just the whole city is wonderful. And I try to, when I'm able to go, I try to stay near Buckingham because it's my personal favorite. I like to walk over and just walk around. Right nearby are some parks. There's St. James Park. That's probably my favorite. It's hard to choose. There's so many beautiful parks, but that's probably my favorite. And it's not that far from here. And so there's just so many beautiful spots. So I just love it. I could talk for hours about this whole area. But look at this. Look how gorgeous this is. I'm from America. We're a younger country, so we just don't have things like this. The beauty, the history, the meaning, and all of it. I love it. It made me so happy to be here and be a part of it. And again, to share this with the Gosling, I think it's just such a cool experience. So, of course, this was the coronation of King Charles, and of course, Camilla got crowned queen. And it took place on the 6th of May, 2023. It happened at Westminster Abbey, and then they came over here to Buckingham. I was pulling numbers for this just to try to remember all the details. I found out that they estimated about 20.4 million people watch this on TV. How cool is that? It ended up being the most watched television broadcast of 2023. So the other thing I learned was during Queen Elizabeth's reign, they of course had planning meetings. It sounds like they have to plan for everything. So they had started planning for Charles's coronation, and it was codenamed Operation Golden Orb. They held the the planning meetings around once a year, and they were attended by the representatives of the government, by the Church of England, and Charles's staff. As you can imagine, so much practice went into the coronation. They talk about having military dress rehearsals taking place on the 17th, 18th, and 19th of April. In May, Camilla, William, Catherine, and the children, as well as Anne, Princess Anne, all attended coronation rehearsals at Westminster Abbey. Westminster was closed to tourists from the 25th of April till the 8th of May. Invited 2,200 guests from 203 countries. And this included members of the British royal family, representative from the Church of England, and other British faith communities, prominent politicians from the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth, and foreign heads of state. So I could go on and on about the details, but I'd rather tell you how it felt being there. So this was filmed, again, I can't remember now if this was 2 days before or 3 days before, but it was a couple of days before the coronation, and you can just feel it. I mean, you can see it here, all the tourists everywhere. This is just the middle of the afternoon, not long after we landed. It just was such an incredible feeling. Everything was just buzzing with excitement, and it was crowded but fun and wonderful, and I just really enjoyed being there and being a part of it and seeing it all. And my dream was to see Catherine, Princess of Wales, but understandably, I did not. Everybody was so busy, of course. But that's still on my to-do list. But I did. Oh, there's the Harry and Meghan impersonators. They were there hanging out, holding his book Spare, which was kind of funny. I thought they did pretty good with him. I don't know about her, but not knocking anybody. But yeah, they were posing out there, which was kind of fun. But let's see. The coronation, though, was just it was so interesting and so fascinating. We saw so many, you could see it, news reporters everywhere. There was more security than I've ever seen, biggest crowds I've ever seen. We woke up so early on the day, and I'll show you some of that. And there were just people everywhere, and people were all decked out and dressed so fun, like wearing fascinators and things to celebrate the coronation. And what a lovely day. It was just so beautiful and perfect. And but again, this is I think they call it the Mall, the main road. I'm not even going to try to pretend like I know the stuff, but leading up to Buckingham, and that's the road where we got to see King Charles. And then we also got to see, again, Princess Anne, which she's one of my personal favorites. I was just so excited. I think I shrieked when I saw her. But look how beautiful this is. I'm kind of obsessed. I just rewatch this footage sometimes and just relive these moments of being able to walk through here and to experience all this. Yeah, it's just so cool. It's just something I'll never forget, and I can't say enough good things. The most wonderful people there. I got to meet so many wonderful people and just experience it, and again, the excitement of it all. And so, and then we jump over. So this was just walking around London, and just, again, you can see the decorations everywhere and everyone getting ready, and everything was crowded and excited, and it's just a wonderful time to be in London. I love London so much, and what a time to be there. It's very crazy, to say the least. But we are full-on tourists. We took the bus tours. Forgive me for the footage looking like this. It's just this part was filmed like this, but look how beautiful. We did do the bus tour, and we were on the top of the bus, so we're those tourists. So I wanted to be sure to include some of that footage as well. But look at the bridge. It's just so beautiful. I just can't say enough good things. So we were there in May, and my daughter came, and my husband and my mom came to help with the Gosling, and so that way I could get out and film some too. And so my birthday is at the end of May, and so Jay surprised me on this trip, and my mom ended up flying home with the Gosling after the coronation, after we got to see it all. And so Jay surprised me with a few extra days. So we just had the best time in London. It was so wonderful to see all the celebrations and the crowds. And then the crowds went home, and we were able to stay on for a little bit. And just, enjoy the city and go on to the Cotswolds. I'd never been to the Cotswolds before. That is just gorgeous out there. Okay, so now we roll into the day. This is the morning of the coronation. So more than 6,000 armed forces members took part in King Charles's coronation, the largest military ceremonial operation in 70 years. I cannot tell you how incredible this was to see in person and to experience it and to hear it. And I mean, just the chills, right? The pride and the chills. It's just so wonderful to see. Let me see if I can find some with sound so you can hear it. How incredible is that? I had chills on the day. I have chills rewatching it. I love seeing that. I'm just so excited to share it with you. Now I'm going to bring, and I do have more footage. So if you want to see that, we can. If you want to move on past this, that's okay too. But we do have the Gosling, my daughter, here with me, who wants to tell you about her first trip to England, being able to see the coronation, and how she felt about everything. So welcome, Gosling.
Hi everyone, it's the Gosling. I'm going to tell you all about most of England. The king waved to me. It was really cool.
It
was my first trip to England. And so was Princess Anne. And I also got to go to this huge toy store called Hamley's, and they have this little Build-A-Bear section. I got to go there, and I made my own little stuffy that's called Elizabeth.
And for Queen Elizabeth.
For Queen Elizabeth. We love her. We were in England because of the coronation. King Charles got crowned as king. And I got to tell all my friends at school about it, that I got to see the king, and they were happy for me. And I'm gonna write a letter to Charlotte and try to be pen pals with her. I also got to have tea at the Ritz. All the stuff there, like I got hot cocoa. The hot cocoa was so good. So as the like the pastries and like
Sandwich.
all the sandwiches and the desserts were so yummy. My favorite was I really like the scones. I like the jam and butter.
Yes, and the clotted cream.
And the clouded cream.
Yes.
Hello, governors. I also had a lot of fish and chips. I got a really big fish. It was the best fish and chips ever.
Oh, see. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here.
And thank you, Gosling. How cute is that? She was so excited. We went to tea at the Ritz, and she got a hot cocoa and just thought that was the coolest thing ever. They made a really big deal out of her. She got to get dressed up. It was probably the fanciest place she's been, and we just had the best time. But I want to keep going with this. So if you guys want to see more footage from Coronation, I'm happy to share that. But again, if you're ready to move on to more current day, we can do that too. As always, I just can't thank you enough for being here, for supporting the channel, for supporting me, and helping get this thing up off the ground. It means the world to me. It truly does. I love being able to share my love of London with you all, my love of the UK, my travels, all of it, and bring my flock with me. Thank you guys for being the best, and I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. Have the best day. I'll talk to you flockers again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Honk, honk, everyone.